BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Ooh-wee. Hello, humans. Welcome to SXP MetaMorphosis 365, and we are a little bit behind schedule. How was your day? I'm hoping pretty good. Give me a hello. Let me know you're out there how your day was. So, I am Melikia K, Courtney, and we're here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, we're going to have to expand that and say between 8:01 and 8:05? Nah, just kidding. I will see you here at 8. That's generally the standard, and I work to keep that standard when I don't know that something's up. So, but I wasn't going to ditch you. Ain't going to let. Gratitude is where we start, so let's start there. I'm grateful for Blast channel, for a podcast home and a great podcast family. I hope my podcast family is having a happy holidays, and I'm rolling because this just popped. That's why we love having grown-ups in the background, because ooh, wait. Anyway. My Sunshine Cromwell, who hosts her podcast Friday nights at 7 p.m. It's called Shine Vibrations. That's a good woman who cares about her people, her community, and such like that, and was talking about me behind my back, which is how I was introduced to Blast. So it is wonderful to have great people in your life. I'm very grateful for them. This holiday season has me heavy in the gratitude space. This is episode 86. I am rapidly and consistently approaching the 100th episode, where I intend to have a freaking party. A party. So this has been a labor of love, and I think it's been pretty freaking awesome. Okay, I see Mystical Magical. There we go. Hey, what's going on with you? And you know what? Let me do a mic check too. Can you hear me pretty well? I don't know how to make it go away. I'm waiting for the comment to make sure that my audio is good and that you can hear me pretty good. Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So let's continue. This is part 2. So we kicked off the Giving and the Giver last week, and we shared, I believe, 15 of the 25, maybe 10 of the 25. So what we're going to do is a quick recap, and then we'll get into, and I have my notes, y'all. So as you can see, like, I'm in travel state, and even when I'm out and about moving around, like, my word is my word. I like to be where I said I would be, and this is important. Growth is important, so I do my best to keep my word. Period. I have those issues. Like, I gave my word, I want to keep it. We're gonna get this review in, and I'm putting notes. Gang. So we'll get a quick review of the first 10, and then as promised, which is why it was so important to be here, we'll get into the next set. All right, y'all ready? Because we're not gonna drive slowly. We're already 5 minutes in, so I want to make sure we get everything we can to get. All right, 1. The 25 gifts of self-development. It was important to me that I made sure to gift you this holiday season, to give you some beautiful tools and tips that are going to help you have an amazing 2026. Can you believe that we're like on the heels of Happy New Year? Kind of like I'm blown away with how fast this year went. I don't know if you feel like it went fast. I promise you, I feel like I blinked, and the next thing I knew, we were in like July, and then I feel like I blinked and it was October, and I blinked and now we're in December. So I'm holding my eyes open to prevent blinking, because I want to drive slow. I'd like to take my time through these last couple of weeks. We've already started with the mastermind to gather our wonderful. Okay, so I'll give you the game as well. What have you gotten accomplished from January to this point? Have you stopped to really look at what you were able to do, your productivity? It is important to see where you are accomplishing. It is important to take time and acknowledge your efforts, your work, the things that did work, to have a look at what didn't work and where you need to adjust. All important tools, but the heaviest is to sit down and celebrate. Celebrate yourself and all your wonderful that you accomplished this 2025. And how about for those who have not even taken inventory for 2024 or 2023? Do that too. What have you got done? If you want to take it to a 5 year span, take it to a 5 year span and really give yourself the celebration that you deserve. Sometimes my clients and friends and family complain about not being paid what they're worth, not being appreciated, not being valued. Well, no shade on it, and I get it and I understand it. I've been there before, I said those things. And then I realized, and I'm gonna give you the game of what I realized. What I realized was I needed to practice it myself. I needed to appreciate me and understand my value and celebrate me. And in that doing, and I kid you not, in the doing of celebrating yourself and the wisdom of taking inventory on what you did wonderfully, what you did right, yeah, yeah, family, celebrate you. One, self awareness, the ability to see yourself clearly, your patterns, your triggers, your gifts, and your needs. I'm not reteaching this because we did this last week. If you did not hear it, you're going to go magically back to episode 85 and press play. And while you're at it, subscribe. And while you're at it, get your binge on, because if you've neglected your growth during the year, or you feel like maybe you missed some steps, didn't grow as much as you wanted to, this is your opportunity. You got 86 opportunities as of today to binge on SXP MetaMorphosis 365 with your girl, Melikia K, Courtney. 2, radical honesty. Telling yourself the truth kindly, even when it's uncomfortable. It can become uncomfortable, like a too tight pair of underwear, to tell yourself the truth. However, you're still wearing them. You're still wearing that truth. It's still present. Are they old? Are they scented? In fashion, you don't care to scent like, so get with yourself on that and go press play on it. Episode 85. Radical honesty. 3, discipline as devotion. I gotta lean in a little bit when it comes to discipline. I'm not kidding. If you want to win the game of life and you feel like maybe you aren't, I can guarantee you it's one or two things, and one of them is always going to be your level of discipline, because your discipline speaks to your habit forming and habit acting and habit maintaining. So it's going to be one of the two, your clarity and your discipline. Because when you can see, it's like running a race. The path is marked out for you. It's very clear. You know your lane and you run your race. You see the finish line, you're heading toward it. You're not darting off, you're not dipping off in someone else's lane, because you have your own and it's clear. That's clarity. When you have your own goal and you know what you really want, and you've taken time to understand how to acquire that said thing, or maybe you got some more research to do and you're on your research path. Again, if you are missing something in your life as far as progress and growth go, it is one of two things: your clarity or your discipline. I'm gonna leave it on right there. 4, emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions so they don't manage you. If you are not consciously taking time to pay attention and manage your emotions, then guess what, darling? Chances are they're managing you. They take over when you are upset. They give you the business. They run the world, girls. Okay? If you are not taking time to consciously understand your emotions, to build your toolbox to build your language. We talked about that last week too. Build your language of emotions and understand what that is. I ain't reteaching. Go back and press play. 5. Boundaries. Boundaries without guilt. Without guilt. I really stress on that and I lean into that without guilt. If you have an arm of guilt that's smacking you about, it's time to arrest that arm of guilt and take it into submission. Like for real, submission holds. Lock it up and handle that. So, the courage to protect your peace without apologizing for clarity. All right. 6 was rest without shame. Let me scroll up. I love having my notes. It keeps me on point, and it's going to help us get through this in time. Do. Honoring your recovery as a requirement for greatness, not as a reward. All right, darling? So, a lot of times folks don't even see the rest as a recovery. Or when someone hears the word recovery, maybe they feel a way about that word. Maybe it's a buzzword, a word that doesn't feel good, a word that maybe has a connotation to it. Rest and recovery, R&R, is what I'm talking about when I'm sharing this. So honoring your recovery, honoring your rest, honoring your bedtime, honoring your brain fart time. Turn it off. I need a minute. I'm going to sit still and do absolutely nothing. I'm going to meditate for 8 minutes. I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to grow in this manner. I'm going to reinforce it back to the discipline. Okay, so let's keep moving. Curiosity, replacing the judgment with what can this teach me? I have a practice. It's very helpful practice when I'm getting tense and frustrated, pissed. I know that I'm in some form of judgment. There is some judgment present. So I literally say to myself, I release all judgments. It is me letting go, and I can feel it when I say it. I feel it in my head. I feel it in my chest. I feel it in my shoulders that span across. I'm saying where you feel it so that you guys can start to pay attention because business begins in the body, the business of you, the business of your mind, your emotions, your spirit, your heart, your outcomes. Okay, so across the bar of your shoulders, you may feel it in your heart, you may feel it in your heart chakra, you may feel it in your belly, you may feel it in your general area. So pay attention, like for real, to that one. Where we at? So the judgment has to go. That's a short story. Making sure to go past this one. Taking ownership of your choices and your actions without self-blame. This is your accountability. And I harped on accountability real hard last week, so I'm not about to. We're about to make some sounds, you guys, because I am out and about, like I said. So bear with it if you hear some sounds. Adaptability, the gift of bending without breaking when life shifts unexpectedly. Babies, I kid you not, this is life. This is world. And once you hit 30, it is that you find more truth, right? You're faced with more responsibilities, right? You have a clarity. You've moved out of your 20s of I am invincible, and you've moved into your okay. Well, it's like wait a minute. Let me look around a little bit. Life is getting a little bit more serious. So not a problem. That's what life is here to do. Life is here to challenge you, to give you the business, to beat you up a little bit, like Mike Tyson, right? But not to harm you, to get you ready. It's not out to get you. It's out to get you ready, though. Right. So in that getting, be ready to be flexible. Be ready to bend so you don't break. Be ready to adapt. 10. Mindful communication. Speaking with clarity. Truth. Back to the truth that we spoke about earlier. And compassion. Do you have compassion for yourself? Do you have compassion for the people around you? And if not, all right. So I think we went to 10 last week. I'm going to ask the folks that were here last week if we passed 10. Let me know. I'll tell you what 11 is. If it sounds familiar, let me know. Purposeful decision making, choosing based on values, not trying it up. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. I remember teaching. Choosing based on values, not pressure or fear. That's the purposeful decision making. Let's run through 12. Patience with process, letting growth unfold in divine and natural timing. And I've been sitting with these things, so I'm working to make sure that I'm not zooming past what you need. So let's just start teaching in there. All right. So when it comes to the patients, it has been an interesting week, an interesting couple of weeks, and it's been nothing. It's been a call to patience. Now I have learned that I do not pray for patience anymore. I don't make that mistake. I used to pray for patience. Oh God, give me patience. When this stuff started happening, I could not understand, Lord, why are all these things popping off in my life? Well, I was learning patience. I did not realize that when you pray for patience, you get like 1,700 things to be patient with. So I am not encouraging anyone to run out and pray for patience. What I pray now is, Lord, help me exercise the patience that I have, the patience that I've earned and learned. Let me put it to use in this moment. And that is my cheat code that I want to share with you guys. But being patient with your process. This is the holidays. A lot of times, people are tired, irritated, feeling away, but they still want to come together and be family. They still want to come together and do holidays and like that, and still may be harboring some ill will in their heart. You're going to have to lean on your patience. Lean on your patience. Because do not let unforgiveness, anger, and again, those judgments keep you from being with your people. We need community. We need family. We were built for it. That is why I believe God made patience so we could be patient with some of these people around us who get on our last freaking nerve. I had a pastor some years ago who used to call them sandpaper people, and I thought it was hilarious. So that's how I refer to folks as getting on the nerve real bad, the sandpaper people. And we gotta love them too, right? Or we can choose to love them too. Some of them we ain't gotta be bothered with, thank God. So your patience with the process. If it is that you are going to go through that process of holidaying with your people, the traveling, we know what's going on with traveling being intentionally disrupted thanks to this government and their shenanigans. So plan, plan, not last minute, plan and double plan your A and B so that you can arrive safely and in ease. Speak to your people. If you are feeling a way, open your mouth. That's the great part about having language, having voice, having words. Use that. If you need a minute, hey, listen, don't talk to me for the next 15 minutes. It ain't safe. I have said those words. And I meant it. Let me be. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. I need 15 minutes. Not a sound, not a word, not a peep, not a question, not a request, not a I need, not a who this, and not, So if you need it, ask for it. And we talked about boundaries earlier for a hot flash. Enforce your boundaries. Does that mean you putting people in a headlock to enforce your boundaries? No, I am not encouraging you to harm the people. We're not harming the people. We are simply taking care of us. All right. So patience with the process, letting growth unfold in divine and natural timing. Nothing to force, something to prepare for. Take that approach when you're entering into anything. Let growth unfold. Some stuff you can't rush. Some things are born and strengthened and stand only by the discipline you engage in. If you are not holding to your discipline, but you want something. Okay. Mm, mm. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there for now. Okay, now. 13, forgiveness. Forgiveness of self first, releasing the weight that blocks forward movement. Um, I think that's the simplest way to say it. Forgiveness of self. I saw something this week, and one of my children that is in me, and I was like, man, that's a trait that I did not want to pass on. That's a behavior I didn't want to pass on. It was a matter of over tolerance, being tolerant, being kind, being lenient, being understanding, being forgiving, and being taken advantage of. Period. So that boils down to, right? So, and then you cup, and then the cup explodes. So, my loves. Now, mind you, I've been at this work for a minute. I've been passing work around for a minute, can't force it. But I need you to release that, to forgive yourself. I had to sit with myself and have a conversation later. Definitely was in me and of me and truly in my behaviors. And still, I am loved, seen, heard, known, worthy, right? And when you can understand that, you can forgive you too. You can forgive you too. It's something to express an emotion. It's something to release. I get it. I get it. I get it. If you need the words "I apologize," use those words. I apologize, and speak your piece. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So forgiveness starting with yourself first. Forgive you. Forgive your feelings. Forgive your shortcomings. Don't make excuses. Ain't no point in that. What you can do is make a plan to grow forward. That I encourage. Grow. Grow forward. Okay. Releasing the way that blocks your forward movement. So I don't know about you, but I'll tell you a story. Uh, this one particular day, this was like years ago. Decade. I'm in church. I was visiting. I don't even visit that church. I was a part of that church, and I was having a particularly difficult day with anger. Had some things that go on, some things that I perceive as unfair, and a lot of stress, a lot of struggle. None of that was going on, right? So I was having this conversation with Sovereign Divine God, and I'm like, I am tired. Like I physically felt tired, and my words were, I am tired of being angry. Like just angry. And I think it was weighted in an offense. And was I justified to be offended? Yeah. Was it some messed up stuff that happened? Yeah. Same time, I recognize that I still, even if I'm justified in being angry, justified in being offended, justified, period, I still don't have to stand in that square. I do not have to fight for a justification of anger. I didn't have to. I'm so glad I'm tired. Like I'm physically tired of this. And in the spirit, like I could hear the chains cracking. And then I could feel them falling and falling about my feet. Nothing like a sound, nothing like a feeling. And I can tell you that I felt 100 pounds lighter. Like I felt like I could stand up straighter. I could breathe deeper. And I let it go. I did not bend down and try to pick them bad boys up and put them back together and put them back on my shoulders and wrap them around my neck and weight me back down just so I could stay in my anger, so I could stay justified in all of the things that I was feeling. I let vengeance go on over there where it was supposed to be and be with God. So in that, again, with the forgiving myself first and releasing that weight, sometimes it is that the weight is spiritual. And you can't do nothing about it but keep it or let it go. Keep it or let it go. Some things are beyond us until we get that elevated space where we understand and learn what to do about it. It took me some years of searching, seeking, and learning how to move spiritually to help other people have a faster time of transition. And that is actually a part of my work as far as being a life coach and a spiritual coach. I am able to help folks understand what I experienced and to understand the steps to release that stuff back to the business. Financial literacy. We talked about this last week too. I don't remember that. Understanding money so you can direct it rather than chase it. Money has better track shoes than you. And if you're trying to chase it, it will run. Run, run, run. A lot of folks don't want to hear that. It's just the truth. You ain't gonna want to hear it. It's just the truth. If you're going to chase, don't let it be money. Chase your gift manifestation. Chase your goals. Chase your dreams and the efforts that it takes to bring them to life. Do not chase money. She is a lady and she doesn't care to run, but she got them track shoes that are better than yours. Don't believe me? Go test it. Go test it. And I'm not saying lose your fun because it is fun. It is fun when I have a goal and I'm after something. It is fun, but I promise you, I am moving to get my message out. I am moving to, and the message, what I'm saying is my message that goes out is to help people grow. That's the message that goes out. When I teach, it is to help folks grow. Period. All right, so that is to be known and explored. Let's leave it like that. Inner stillness. This is one of my favorite. So finding the quiet voice beneath the noise, beneath the comparison, beneath the chaos. I could say that we live in a world where chaos thrives. It just does. And that's not a good, bad, or indifferent thing. Understand that. So living in a world where chaos thrives, it gives you clarity that peace thrives too. So if peace is thriving and chaos is thriving, where you slide yourself in the dial matters. You are in control of your emotions. You're responsible for that. You are in control of how much chaos you participate in. It's a lovely thought and a rude one at the same time. Here we go. Do you have problematic people in your life? Do you have more than 3 problematic people in your life that get on your nerve, that irritate your soul? Do you have more than 3 of those people in your life? And can you sit and run down the stories of what they did in 1906 to you and such like that? Like, are you holding that? And if that is the case, do know that you are the common denominator. You are the common denominator. So what is in you that you could release, forgive, clean out, and refill with something beautiful so that you don't have to endure those situations, so that you don't have to perceive those people. The gentleman said, him and his mother, they used to fight all the time. That was his thing. Loved to fight with his mom. Like, not necessarily loved it, but did it daily. Him and his mother were at it. She was just as belligerent, boisterous, and rude as he was to her. Ridiculous. Straight, both trying to change each other's opinions. Want to be right, want to be right. Years down the road, and I didn't mean years. Sadly, years. He had a conversation in a moment, let's say it that way, where he understood that he was never going to change her and was tired of fighting with her and creating stupid every time they got together during the holidays. Was dumb. So he accepted, he released, and moved on with this in mind. I want to have a peaceful interaction with my mother. Beautiful choice. That's what he filled in with. Beautiful choice. And from that point on, guess what he did? Had beautiful. Did they agree on everything? Nah. But they did not take it to the hill. They did not take it to the weapons. They did not take it to the crazy. And they enjoyed their days. And she died not too long after. Get it? All right. So these are the things that I would remind you of. I encourage you to consider. To consider. All right. Inner stillness is a gift. It is a practice. It is a tool. It is an art form. And for those who do not know how to approach inner stillness, I encourage you to seek quiet. Lights out. Just be still and be with you. And that is when your thoughts turn on. Heads up. That is when the people in your head start having all kind of conversations. Everything gets to play. Press and play. Everything wants to press play. The news wants to press play. The people want to press play. The old conversations from 1906, they want to press play when you sit still and quiet. Just heads up, I'm like, so you won't be blindsided. But if you persist in seeking stillness and quiet, you will find it. For my folks who are brave enough to meditate, I encourage you, meditate. Charles Hannell's book, Master Key System, great place to start. You need something good on your mind while you meditate. You want to have a thought to think about. For the folks who use the Holy Bible, grab you some scripture and think on it. That is the word. If you are one who studies a Tao, Dao Ching, whatever you study, take that with you. The Quran, take that scripture into a moment of silence with you. Just grab one. You don't need the whole chapter because that's a whole lot of words. Get you a little bit and begin to think on that. Mentally chew on that and train yourself to be still. It is the trick of getting your body to sit still and help your mind understand that's what we're about to do. Persist in your meditation. Think on beautiful, good things. Train your body to be peaceful, to be still. And what you will find is you will begin to hear that inner, still, small voice that you so need, that you so seek, that peace and that calm. And it will begin to click off all those conversations. They will just go quieter and quieter and quieter until you achieve peace and silence. Does it happen overnight? For some people, but for some and most, it is a matter of that discipline we spoke of earlier. It is a matter of persisting in it, in that discipline, in that choice, in that growth tool, and mastering it. And I would say that you don't master it for years on years on years, so stay out of it without pursuing it. Do. We are at the 30 mark, so what I'm gonna do is take a minute. Be back. So, I didn't even share that today. All right, loves. Remember I mentioned Blast Music 247? Throwing that QR code up. Blast Music 247 is a wonderful place and it is growing and expanding. We have magazines, any magazine, follow newsletters. There's podcasts all over Blast Music 247. So follow that channel on YouTube. Go to the site, become a fan. Go to the site, become a registered artist, and share your music because when you do that, I can do this.
Cause I'm thirsty. Do the hard work so that no one doesn't meet the worst me. I don't know the day or date, I just know that I'm busy. Drink my water before spin so that I don't get dizzy. Tie my hair up tight real quick so my roots don't get frizzy. Grab my phone and write a list and there's a miss text message from you. Something in my trash. Somehow you went and did that. Now you got me acting brand new. Fragile like a throwback, with the beauty of the weekend chat. I just hope that this is really you. Can't wait to see you again. Oh, kinda kick up on me, but if you ain't made of glitter, I just might reconsider. Cause I like having you around, you make me lose my nervous energy. Yo, boy, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon. I don't mind making room, cause I like having you around, yeah. Give Leo a treat and start packing up for rehearsal. Shower quick cause I know traffic right now is the worst, yo. Call my sister on the drop, but talk to my niece first, though. Can't hang out without hearing her sing her favorite verse, yo. Stop for gas, grab a snack, subtle thoughts of you. Push 'em quick to the back since it's still so new. Don't wanna jump the gun, but just someone I could know deeper. But only time will tell me if you really are a keeper. Stop me dead in my tracks. Tell me how you would've did that. Now you got me acting brand new. Got me all in my bag. Working ain't got nothing on that, but it's the same to get behind it. Can't wait to see you again. Sorta gave up on that, but if you ain't made of glitter, I just might reconsider. Cause I like having you around, you make me lose my nervous energy, baby. And yes, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room, cause I like having you around. Yeah. I'm at the age right now where I'm pursuing peace. Quit living in and out. I got that cycle on rinse and repeat. Too many times have tried to take me out, but I still gain defeat. Shutting them all down by force like control or delete. I know you see the point that's key. It's me having the option. Letting you in my bubble only means that I've been watching. I take my space as serious. NASA takes its satellites. I'm out this world, not all should access me because I'm kryptonite to every Superman wanna be. Frontin' in front of me, pretending like they man enough, but got feminine tendencies. I'd rather be home by myself, protecting my energy, waiting for the most high to finally start aligning me with, I don't know, maybe, I mean, you do got a warm familiar feeling and a dope kindredness too. And if I'm telling the truth, pom-poms, I'm rooting for you. If it's true without the panic, I'm willing to make the can't wait to see you again. Gotta give up the man if you ain't really clear. I just might reconsider, cause I like having you around, you maybe. That's right, I'm still itchy. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room, cause I like having you around, yeah.
That is Tiaka Ray and Make Room. You guys follow Blast Music 247, and then make sure you connect with that artist because that is some dope music. Now here's the fun part. I was pushing buttons. Do do do. Bang. Okay. There is much for you to know today, so let's get into these conversations. I want to share this with you. And hopefully my mic is still open while I'm doing that. I wanted to make sure I put this up for you guys to just have a quick look at your first 10. And during the weeks for our 25-day challenge that we kicked off last Tuesday, you can look for posts that have the same background. I'm going to put them all on there so you can find them and know what you're looking for. They're posted on my YouTube channel, Melikia K, Courtney. They're posted on, I believe, Facebook and possibly my LinkedIn. So, for Christmas hunting, find your elf on the shelf in this growth process that we're a part of. Okay, almost done. And poof, there we go. So you have that. You can always press play to pause it and write it down. So this way you have no excuse. I'm about that life. It is my goal to give you the tools that you need to encourage you, to remind you of your greatness, to remind you of who you were before you forgot that you were freaking amazing. So hold on, let's see the message. Okay, cool. I looked to see if the microphone was still open, so I just kept on right with it because clearly it was not it. All right, what I can't make out is okay, there we go. So yeah, it is fun doing this from the phone and the computer. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of work. Beep. Ta-da! All right, let's get back into it. Oh, let's take it back. Let's talk about things first. All right, so let's go. The 20th of December, Chicago show. Yours truly, Hamilton House. There are only 45 seats. Period. Okay. It is a residence that uses a residence used for events. Light fare on the food, so do eat prior to coming. Get yourself a little snack if you're one of those humans who just need to get their sugar up. Very smart. And it is going to be an evening of poetry and sipping. Okay, that's why I encourage you to make sure you have something on your belly because we're gonna be sipping a little bit, just sipping a little bit classy while we move through this poetry. And it is a hometown, so holiday hometown at that. I'm looking forward to loving the folks like that. For those who don't know, I am Lady Molotov in the poetry streets, so that will be some poetry mixed with growth because everything I do, you can't get away from it. In all of my poetry, there is a point, there's a message behind it. So if you are in the Chicago area, come get this work. It is a $45 ticket to be present and attend and enjoy yourself fully, because that is the goal, and make sure you do that. Let's see. Catch up with me on my Facebook page, posted there. Get the details. Grab your ticket ASAP. What else do we know? Ah, we are in December. We are December 9th. This is the time. Remember, I told you guys, like probably back in October, that we're going to do the drive again this year for Dunkin' Donuts. So Dunkin' is with us. They're on board. We're getting gift cards for $10 for the homeless folks who are out in the cold to help them stay warm. That is not a lot of money. Maybe for some it is. Things are kind of crazy in the economy. I get it. But with that $10, folks are able to go grab a little something to eat and a warm drink. So that is our Christmas gift to people who are unhomed, for those who prefer that word, folks who are homeless, folks who are out in 38-degree weather with snow and ice and cold on the ground. That is who we are serving. The sock drive is also underway. If you are looking for sock drive information, you're going to have to reach out to me directly for that, okay? But the information for the gift cards, the Dunkin' Donuts gift cards, that's already posted on my Facebook. And if it is that you'd like to, you hear this and you just know you want to donate finances to pick up socks for people who are outside, and not the ankle socks, darlings. Warm, long, thermal. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Please do. And you can actually use my Cash App. It is, my cash tag is Melikia C, very simple. Melikiac. And in your for line, you're going to put socks. That's it, socks. And I will know that you sent that over for that, and that's exactly where it's going to go. I've been doing this for some years now, and it's my high joy. I'm looking forward to reaching more and more and more people, and I'm connected with more folks who care, and we're building our efforts little by little. Everything is made sound. That's where we're at. Okay. So if you have a heart for the homeless, and y'all, I've been there, done that. And it ain't easy, it ain't cute. Oh my God. The working poor. Oh, help, Lord help. And folks understand that right now, today years old, with what we're dealing with in the United States. So if you can be a blessing, go and be a blessing. Know where we at. What else do we know? Oh yes. So February 7th of 2026 is a day of healing. Already underway. Folks are already signing up to come be a part of that. Virtually, we host for 24 hours. 24 hours coming up. 24 hours of effort. The theme is Project Humanity. We are working to put love back into our relating among one another. We are humans. Lean into your humanity. Show kindness to your people. You say you love God, act like it. You say you're a Christian, act like it. So do something. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your faith, your mate is safe, and be present. That will take place in Clubhouse for the 24 hours. Additionally, we have folks who host in person. I co-hosted in person for Tampa this year, yeah, and it was great. It was amazing. Yeah. So find out where we're gonna be. If you'd like to host, let me know. 2 hour commitment at least. When you're doing virtual in your home, it's a 3 to 5 hour commitment. Or if you're venue, 3 to 5 hour commitment. All right, I think I have given you guys all the information. Keep your eyes on my Facebook, my Instagram for those flyers that have the information. You also have the means to direct message me on Instagram. I am Malikia.LadyMolotov, MOLOTAV. Let's talk about it and get together and make it happen. We, the people, we, the community. That's how it works. That's how we move forward. Okay, so I have told you all the great things. Let's get back into this. Confidence. Built, not borrowed. And I did believe we touched on that last week, but let's talk. Oh, I know what happened. I go live after sharing with you guys on the podcast. I do 10 minutes at least on the live. I do not read teach, but I share a couple of tips over on YouTube, my channel. It does not go through Blast, so you'll have to meet me over on Melikia K Courtney channel for YouTube. So please do go subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I'm live and I'm teaching, and sharing. Sometimes I'm just telling y'all the tea about my life. Pretty much. Okay. Confidence built, not borrowed. You want to trust yourself through action not affirmation alone. I love affirmations. I think they are magnificent. They are helpful. Same time, you gotta put some action on the plate, babe. That's like having wonderful vegetables. I got some great vegetables. I love vegetables, right? I got a great plate full of vegetables. No shots at the vegans. Don't be in my inbox for that. But I am a carnivore. I would like some steak next to the vegetables. I want potato next to the vegetables. You get the picture. So, for confidence, you want to, yes, affirm yourself. Speak, speak, speak. Write, mirror work. And all of that. Yes, yes, yes. Same time, put some actions in the water. You want to be practicing keeping your word. That is one of the biggest confidence builders ever. Keep your word. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. I am here. I had every reason to be like, hey, listen, push, play a replay for me. Because I need to handle something else. I said I was going to be here, so I'm going to be here. When it gets to the point where something's going on and I actually cannot be here, then amen, I can't be here. But when I can, this is where I'm at. 86 times worth. Get the picture? Okay. So put your actions in the water. Do so, do so, do so. That's going to help you begin to trust yourself. Oh, for my folks who tell themselves, I'm gonna. Are you an I'm gonna person? I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna take that trip. I'm gonna tell her I love her. I'm gonna tell him I love him. I'm gonna make a commitment. I'm gonna stop doing XYZ. I'm going to grow. Are you an I'm gonna? And if you are an I'm gonna do person, are you keeping your word to yourself? Or are you teaching you that you can't even trust by failing to keep your word? So it's not a fatal sentence. You don't have to die from that. You can, what we talked about earlier, build a discipline in. You can deal with your habits. You can deal with your heart. You can deal with your mind. You can deal with your emotions. Here's the can do's. All right. So teach yourself to do that. Training, discipline. You get the picture. Let's keep it moving. Resilience, the ability to rise, to reinvent, and to reroute. Those police sirens, they're not for me. I did not do it. And I did not bring my tea either. Okay. So the ability to rise. Resilience, resilience, resilience. You will get knocked down. There is no if, it is when. And sometimes even the knocking down is not it's not bigger than you. It's not bigger than you can take or understand or get up from. Sometimes you just get knocked down and you get back up, like quickly. You don't have to dust anything off, you're just up. Sometimes you get knocked down, you have scrapes, bruises, and you're bleeding. You gotta go get that first aid kit. And then sometimes you get knocked down so hard that somebody else gotta help you up. Because the wind has been knocked out of you, the fire has been doused in you, the riot in your being has gone silent. And sometimes you may need help up. Lean to your resilience, because even in the needing of the help to get up, you got to be willing. You have to be willing to allow someone to come and help you when it's at that point. You have to be willing to trust you. When you got it, you don't need another hand. You got this. You just got knocked down. Get up. Resilience. Resilience. You got this. Don't punk out. All right, let's move. Reinvent. Reroute. Here is the trick. I watched a lot of folks have to come back to themselves as part of my work. And I love my work, so amen. If you have done this to yourself, again, it's not a death sentence. Do not freak out. It is that people lose themselves along the way. The biggest place that I see it is with my folks who have been in relationship and failed to maintain their identity, or my folks who never defined their own identity, like they never bothered to take on that role or responsibility of defining themselves for themselves. They solely leaned into who told them what they were and who they were, and some hid behind their work. If that is you, and you can honestly admit without the guilt, because this is not a judgment conversation, that you lost yourself, it's okay because you're aware. We talked about awareness a few weeks ago. You're aware. Not until you become aware can you do anything about it. All right. So you are in a great position if you are aware of that and you want to learn to reroute without losing yourself. All right. It's a it is a dance. It does require your resilience. So if it is that you have lost yourself, I encourage you to begin to build your resilience. That is going to help you find you. And I know it may sound wild and a bit too pointed without a connection in between, no dots and dashes, but trust me, there's some dots and dashes in there that will help you connect back to you, build your resilience. Moving right along with us. 18. Curate community. Selecting people who nourish your spirit rather than drain it. It is that sometimes we are looking for community and we accept the whole thing. Boom, shebang, community. Yay, I'm in it. I'm a part of it, and the people are behaving, and you're looking at the behaviors like, okay, I'm cool with these behaviors. These behaviors not so much. Okay, curate, prune, cut, remove, add, curate your community. You are in charge of who you spend your time with. Period. You are in charge of who you spend your time with. Period. And I'm speaking to my adults. I do understand that some people are in abusive situations, and maybe you've made a decision that landed you in an abusive relationship. And again, this is not a judgment conversation. I'm not blaming the victim. I'm not doing that. I'm going to encourage you to get out. I'm going to encourage you to position to build your resilience and your confidence and make another decision. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to go too hard into that. I will simply say, binge this podcast. There's a lot of growth in here for you. Goal setting with your soul, aligning your ambitions with who you truly are, not who you were supposed to be. We talked about it a little bit with the one prior, but goal setting with your soul. What do you want? Can you be honest about what you want? If you can sit and with a pen and paper, sit with yourself and begin to write. There's a wonderful exercise, an I am exercise. You do not complete the last word. You simply sit down and you get your pen and paper out. You're thinking, you're writing I am. And I am is the only two things that you are writing, and then you let the thought come. Whatever the first thought is that comes to mind, write that. Because you're not ordering it, you're just in the I am. I am. And then what comes to mind? Amazing. Just came to mind for me. I'm amazing. That I do know. Okay. So practice that, tuning into your spirit. Practice being honest with what your ambitions are. If it is that you took a path and now you're tired of that path, or you exhausted that path, or you completed it and you want to do something else, baby, do something else. Do something else. Be encouraged. I'm moving through this quickly because I don't want to make sure I stay within the bars of my time. Okay. Healthy self love. And some of these I'm going to actually teach in depth, but not this year. Healthy self love, treating yourself with compassion, consistency, and care. Can you do that? Compassion, talked about that in the first three. Consistency, talked about that. We spoke about discipline and care. What does care look like to you? If you do not know and have not defined it, I encourage you to do that. What is care to you? Not the care that people defined for you, but you sit down with you and you understand and be honest about what care is with you. Let's keep it moving. 21. Skill acquisition. Is it that you need to learn something new to expand your confidence, to expand your ability, your capability? That's something that only you can answer. So sit with you and get your answer to a few courageous conversations. Be brave. Have the conversations you need to have. Address the things that need to be addressed without avoiding it. It is not it's not wise to avoid the big things, the heavier things, the things that go bump in your spirit, the things that hurt your heart. Please do not delay. Be mindful, be compassionate, but don't be slow about it. Like handle it. Let's see. I'm gonna look over here and see if there's one of these. Read that one. Focus. Have a look and focus. Strengthening your ability to finish what you start. That's the rule. And guard your attention. Finish what you start. Guard your attention. Finish what you start. Guard your attention. Finish what you start. And guard your attention. It is that. Now here's the fun part. I had somebody make a comment about my time on social media. I had to giggle. My social media is intentional. Intentional content creator, intentional. So I am not on that board. Well, there's sometimes if I want to goof off, if I have some goof off time and I would like to use my goof off time to do that, sure. But most of the times I use my goof off time to do my books. So, however, I can enjoy that and accomplish it. That's what at the same time, I am quite aware of distractions. I am aware that there are so many things provided for us to say yes to, and they are wonderful, and they are fun, and they are entertaining, and they are time consuming. For a person like myself, I generally write about 3 books a year, sometimes more than that, and I love it. Like, real bad. I love it real bad. Like, I don't even know how many I've written this year, but I've been writing, okay? Plus, I'm a spoken word artist, so I write every day, whether it is poetry or poetry prompts or book prompts and leads or frameworks. I have 3 books that have frameworks written out already. So my next 3 book projects are already there, and I've got about 20 in the hopper behind it. See what I'm saying? So I know that I need to manage my time. Another example, book Mabel. I wrote the framework for that back in October of 24. I knew that I wouldn't have time until April of 25 to sit down again and write. When I got into the write, I realized how big it was and I needed more time. Because I intended, I thought it was going to be done with a quick, like a month. I figured it would take me about a month because I write pretty fast. My mind just moves that way. It's wonderful. This one was like, slow down. It's bigger. It's bigger than you thought. So I give myself that grace. We talked about compassion earlier. I give it to myself. So the focus needed to accomplish the things that I accomplished. And again, you did hear me say a day of healing. That's February. March is Sanctuary Experience for the ladies. That's a 3-day event. 3-day event. A 3-day event where we take women away and work with their spirit, heart, mind, and trauma transitions for 3 days. That's March. And it's also in September. Are you getting the picture? Like my calendar before level masterminds, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So again, I must be focused. And I tend to focus. What is my work? What I am asked, I tell it very simply. I love people back to life and do that professionally. How do I do it? Consistently. So I make great use of my time. And I like sleep. Give me 4 hours, 5 hours. On a good day, 6. Okay. What are you doing with your time? Where's your focus? What are you accomplishing? Are you setting goals? Are you breaking those big goals down into bite-sized pieces that you can complete? What from Friday to Friday I completed this, and this pours into my big goal. From Friday to Friday I completed this next step, and it pours into my big goal. Just like puzzle pieces, you're putting piece by piece by piece by piece, and soon you have a full picture. Your puzzle is complete. Again, it points to the discipline that we talked about earlier. That takes discipline. It takes discipline to say, hey, listen, spirit starts speaking, ancestors start speaking, write this. I sit down, I wrote a book in 3 days. I ain't use no AI. I know folks who run over there, I ain't gonna shoot at you. Do you think? I personally prefer to write my own. Okay? So I sit in spirit because I'm under live and it needs to breathe. And how is it gonna breathe if I don't breathe into it? My opinions. Alright? So focus. What do you focus on? Touch back into the ambitions. What are you ambitious about? What do you want? This is how you get it. Kick it. That was a lot of time on focus. It's strengthening your ability to finish what you start, and guard your attention. Your attention is so valuable. That is why everybody is vying for it. You need your attention too. Your items, your skills, your gifts, your talents, your tools, your people need your attention too. So please don't make the mistake of giving 6 or 7 hours to social media and 20 minutes to your kids. Don't do that. I'm gonna be over here not on this soapbox. Right. Creative expression. And we're almost done. Ooh, creative expression. Guiding your soul. Guiding your soul. Giving your soul a voice. All singing, dancing, skating, painting, whatever it is your thing is. What's your thing? Imagination. What is your thing? Feed it. Lean into it. Love it. What is your creative expression? I have many books. Creative expressions. I teach, I speak. I'm a keynote speaker, public speaker, and an author, and a spoken word artist, and a poet. These are my things. I love them dearly. I'm commissioned also from time to time for paintings. These are my things. I'm commissioned for other great stuff too, spirit stuff, to clean and transition and to come and monitor and to come and examine and be a fly on the wall for certain things to vet people. Right? What are your things? What are your creative expressions? Know them. If you don't, and if you do, exercise them. Be in it. Be in it. Baby, be in it. Last one. Vision. The gift of seeing beyond what you have into who you are becoming. And it is wonderful to use that to couple it with your meditation. It is wonderful to sit with yourself and to vision and create. And that imagination that we mentioned just a minute ago, to see beyond. And I prefer it the way it was taught to me. Live into it. Live into it. So I say it both ways so you get it, because some folks may not be ready to receive that other end, but it's still the truth. All right. So I'm giving it to you in two ways, and hopefully after 6 to 2, you can pick your left leg, right leg, and walk it out. All right. So. I guess because I'm wrestling in my head, so I will say this part too. All right. So the seeing and speaking, because it's hard to say one without the other. When you're moving into your visions, understand that your sight, your vision, your feelings, and you're becoming like there is a thread that sews all two together. You need your mind, your imagination, your vision, your emotions, to create this baby life that you're walking into, this thing, this idea, this want or desire, ambition, dream, even. Okay, I'm gonna let you thread that out. On that note, I have hit my hour, and I get to skate up out of here like I have on roller skates. I love you. Peace be with you. Have a happy holidays. I'll see you back here next Tuesday. Yep, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo! I'm doing my best to push. Make sure I'm present every Tuesday throughout the rest of the year. If anything does change, I will let you know. I may take that last week, and I will let you know if I do, so that you will not be like, oh, she's not here. I'll let you know ahead of time if that's going to be the case. Because I'm in travels now. I will be in travels for the rest of the year, and I'm excited about that. So I hope you're excited about your holidays. I hope you have some time playing with your family and all that good stuff that comes with it. Well, I was thinking of something else. Oh, let me satisfy a writer real quick, and then we can skate up out of here for real. We are running away. So I want to do like a couple of bits of this, and then we're skating. I am Melikia K, Courtney, the founder of Sanctuary Experience. If it is that you know you need a coach, a hand holder, a guide, a friend, someone to love you back to life, do not miss your opportunity. Reach out to me. There's no reason to sit and die. Don't do it. There's no reason to sit and be in pain and rot in trauma, wearing those heavy chains we spoke about earlier, not growing. There's no point. A lot of folks, I'm starting to get a lot of conversations from people who are remorseful for their vote this year. Okay. I don't deal in a lot of judgment. I don't have time for that. Heal. You want to work together? I'm open. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Keep it moving. All right. Do satisfy a writer. Have a great week.
He loved her while grabbing her body to pull her into loving arms. He loves her while grabbing the headboard. He loved her while choking her gently till the lights went out. No words, no doubt of passive insensitivities. Loved her safest in his mind when she was on her knees or him flat on his back, staring dreamily into eyes. Got the feeling that she danced lively in a world full of danger. Stranger the happenings, the more captivating. His thick hair and comely bulges caused her budget to decrease. Steadily efforts paid to please him, paycheck his being back together. Prayer, positive words, and whatever alabaster box that bastarded hearted curmudgeon called for or demanded.